Hello class, this is the creative challenge for the op art section of the drawing cycle. So this is going to be fun. So your challenge is to create some op art. So you're going to need some blank paper or a sketchbook page. If you don't have any blank paper, you can use rolled paper. It might make it a little bit difficult. You need to have a pencil, an eraser. A black marker is optional, though these look best when they're done in Sharpie marker. And a ruler, but if you don't have a ruler, that's okay. Just use the edge of another paper to make straight lines. And you're going to directions. Follow the diagram on the next page. I'm going to read them to you, walk you through it. You start off by drawing a medium-sized circle in the middle of your paper. And tracing is okay. I do that all the time. Just find something to trace around to get a circle. And then you divide it into 4 quarters. Line down the middle, line across the middle. Start on the left, and you're going to draw your curved lines from the top to the bottom, like we're on the diagram. So you start at one point and you end at the other point. But you're not drawing a straight line up your circle. You're making it curve. And then you're going to do the same on the right side, but you curve your lines in the opposite way. And then you're finished with the vertical lines. So you're going to do horizontal lines. Work from your middle up. Do it on the top half and then on the bottom half. And I will show you these on the diagram. And then you draw a grid on the background that's a checkerboard. Then go back to your circle. You can start with your circle and color every other square black. So it's like a checkerboard. And then you do the background the same way. So this is the diagram for the assignment. So up here at the top left, you have your circle you traced. And then you draw your straight line, a vertical line, and a horizontal line. And then you start at one point, and you curve, and you go down here. And then start at the same point, this line goes over here, and you curve it. See, that's just 2 lines, and if you look at it, it kind of looks like a quarter moon, you know? And then you're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. You're going to start at a point and curve it out a little bit. Then same point, curve it out a little bit more. Another moon. Just 2 lines. Okay? Next thing you do is, and these steps are kind of combined here, you're going to start in the middle and you're going to go up. Start at this point, end at this point, and you curve up. And then you curve up again. And then you curve up again. So that's 3 lines. You did 2 before. This is 3. And that's what's going to really give you the bubble effect, is increasing those lines. And then you do at the bottom, point to point, curve, curve, curve. And notice once again, the curves are going in the opposite way. All right? The bottom ones are more like a smile. The top ones are more like a rainbow. After you have your circle drawn off like that, do straight vertical lines in the background. They don't have to be exactly straight. If you look up here, you can see where this one is kind of crooked. That's okay. If you have some crooked lines, or if they're not exactly even, that's fine. It'll just add to your illusion. Whoops. And then down here, you can go straight across, and you get those lines on there. And then you're set up for your checkerboard. So start on your circle and start anywhere. Like if I was going to start here and I color this one black, that automatically makes the next one white. Don't have to color that. Next one is black. Next one is white. And just keep these black and white. For this, you can do extras if you want to, and I will count those as extra credit if you need it, or put it in your extra credit bank if you want to use different colors, but I do want your first one to just be black and white. Now, if you've done this before, or you have done it on your own, or you might have done it in another art class, then challenge yourself to do something a little harder. And these are a few more designs that are a little trickier. The top one here is a little tricky because it's easily to get confused the way it looks. You start out and you draw this kind of big leaf shape on your paper, and then you make straight lines that go across. But when they're on the back side, they're one, and then when they go on the leaf, they're the other. And if you notice, the lines that are on the leaf shape are just up just a little tiny bit. For this one, you put a tiny circle in the middle, and then you draw these kind of pinwheel lines out, and draw all those out first, and then you go across them to create your checkerboard. For this one, divide your paper in half and draw 2 triangles, and then draw the stripes down one of the triangles. And then when you do the bottom triangle, it's important to make sure that those lines are the same lines, and draw them going down to the point in the bottom triangle. And then every other one is white, black, and then when you get up here, if the bottom one is white, the top one is black. Top one's white, bottom one's black. For the background, it's a checkerboard, but it's sloping, so they went down to the corner of this triangle, and they drew these lines that came up and then straight across like a checkerboard. And that's what gives you that illusion. This has a bullet design, so you draw a kind of a triangle thing first, and then put a little circle in the middle, add larger circles around and around and around. Draw straight lines into the middle to create your checkerboard, and then the slice going in is just straight lines. Well, they're diagonal lines, but they're straight. Okay, this one with the kind of the looks like pencils pointing all together is not as hard as it looks. What you do is start in the middle, and you're going to draw diagonal lines like that. And then you're going to draw curves, and start with one of these and draw your curves, and they go like that. And then the next one, these curves, if you notice, they go down. These curves go up, and you do those curves. For this is a simple 1-point perspective. So start down there and draw a diagonal line that goes to the edge, and another one that goes to the edge, another one, so 4. And it's kind of a little easier if you just match the points on your paper. And then you have straight lines. They're kind of squares that you put in there. If you look and see, they're squares that go all the way down. Okay? So give it a try. And do your best, and remember to photograph and upload.